You guys seem to really like my video about shaders. I really appreciate that. So I thought, now that we have shaders, what about resource packs? And if you didn't see the last video about shaders, I would highly suggest watching it whenever you get a chance. But if not, then it's okay. But without further ado, let's look at some of the Minecraft resource packs. If you didn't know, a resource pack allows players to customize textures, models, music, sounds, language files, end credits, and fonts without actually modifying the game code. Boring, right? No. So today we're going to be revealing 11 textures, all or some using the BSL shader pack. I haven't really decided yet. Oh yeah, and additionally, I want to mention that I'm going to link all the packs in the description so you guys can download all of them, alright? Starting with one of the most well-known ones, Faithful. Right off the bat, it's a very simplistic and calming sort of pack that really stays true to the game and gives it even more of a fancy aspect, kinda. Faithful comes in different pixel ranges between 32 times 32 all the way up to 512 times 512. And you can see here in this gameplay the real difference between the two minimums and maximums. 512 isn't quite finished yet, but I'm going to show you guys 256, so you guys can still see it's pretty insane. But yeah, personally I think it's very beautiful, and that same calm feeling remains. Moving on, and if you're a LEGO fan, you'll especially like this one. It's called Brixel, and it basically just modifies Minecraft to look like a LEGO world with LEGO bricks. I'm poor and don't have the full version of this pack. I'm currently using the trial, but you can see like the idea it's trying to put out. It's a great pack. It's very detailed, and you most definitely get the LEGO sort of feeling. And if I was blindfolded and I played this pack, I'd be able to figure out that it's LEGO, and it's just one of those really neat sort of packs. Alright, moving on now. Our next pack is going to be the Deep Fry Texture Pack. And I just want to warn you guys, this pack is probably the best on the list. The only real problem with this pack is if you're playing it with your friends, just forget about hearing them. You're going to have to use the volume down button a lot. From what I've heard, this is known to cause some headaches to the user, but honestly, I don't really feel it. Anyways, yeah, it's a pretty cool pack. I suggest it. Next up on the list, we have this pack called Faithless. And I don't really know how to describe this pack. It's just very knowledgeable / vibrant, and it makes a lot of sense. You can kind of like really tell like what the items are, like a lot easier, I guess. But with further Googling and research, I have found out it is mainly to help people with physical disabilities in order to have an easier time playing the game, which is actually really cool. Everything kind of has its like own unique shape and style, unlike vanilla where some items look the same, sort of. But the classic feel really does remain in the version, and I would definitely think of it as a helpful tool, to say the least. Now this is going to be a even shorter one, but this one's just called Dramatic Skies, and it basically just makes the sky look really cool and unique. Like, it's basically what you would see if you walked outside of your house in real life. Like, I just really respect it for how detailed it is, and it can just add like a little touch to your world. Next up on the list, we have Flows HD, which this pack is known to be good for building and architecture and makes things look just, I guess, cooler. Uniquely enough, not all the blocks are the same resolution. Like, some are 64, some are 128, but I mean, I don't really mind, and I think it looks great either way. I'm glad to know that recently this pack has been given a lot more attention and has become way better than it originally was. Personally, I think it looks very neat, and with shaders, it's the cherry on top. Everything in this pack is just more detailed from the original game and will only get better. I suggest trying it out. Alright, and the next pack we got on the list is the Star Wars Chrono Killers pack, which, if you're a Star Wars fan, you should like this a little bit more than I do, even though I am one too. The first thing I really noticed was they had like these little cool like beat boops, like similar to Star Wars, and all the swords are just literally lightsabers, which is like really, really cool. Now, unfortunately, it will destroy your computer. Like, I promise you, if you try to load this, you'll have to get like a new computer. Like, it'll explode. But still a great concept that you should definitely check out. Next up on the list, we have a very well-known shader pack, especially if you played on the console version of this game. And yes, you guessed it, it's the plastic. So I hope some of you guys remember this pack, because I remember it was a big part of my childhood. This pack basically just oversimplifies Minecraft itself. It makes blocks have less pixels with a more plastic appearance, as said in the name. They also added a feature where the swords are now like daggers for some reason, like they're really small. But it was initially released in 2013 with 4J Studios for the legacy version of the game, yeah. But overall, a very nostalgic pack that I would consider you try to reflect back on the past with. But yeah, it's just very, very special one right there. Alrighty, next up we have in line is Ozocraft, which the best way to describe it is a mixture between medieval and cartoonish, because, I don't know, just Minecraft stuff. It's just known as one of those packs that shift it from vanilla into medieval and gives it this different but cool vibe. Now, this may only be like me, but it's difficult to like get used to the new textures. I mean, that's, I guess, kind of normal, and it can be slightly confusing, but that doesn't stop it from being fun. But this one was released in 2012. Just thought that was kind of cool. Now, this next pack is very uncommon and nobody knows it, but the only exception is if you're a Nintendo fan. And if you are, then you probably guessed it's Mario, and you are right. If you haven't played Mario, then just skip to the next pack. But this pack just makes it so everything is Mario style. Like, the sound effects are really true to Mario, and it really makes me reflect back to the time when I used to play Mario 64 and Mario 3D Land on my DS. Anywho, the chump balls are now dogs, and the pigs are now Goombas. I would just gotta say, like, wow, this is a lot of this is a lot of dedication. It's perfect. And the last but not least is the realism texture pack. And this one, which is really similar to the Flows HD one, just basically enhances the overall quality of the game's textures. Everything looks more realistic, and it's more 3D looking than it originally was. And man, does it look cool. Like, look at the vines, the flowers, the rails, ladders. It's just awesome. Also, the leaves are really cool. The only thing is that it's not fully Minecraft, like the vibe, and you can't tell what some of the objects are, but it's astounding that you can make something like this for Minecraft. Now, obviously, there's no way for me to pick favorites because there's just so many cool ones. So you guys just comment down in the comment section which one is your favorite. For all these shaders, you should definitely go check them out, and I'm sure it'll mean a lot to the creators. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.